Looks like a lot of people on social media want to take me down. In the past week, I've been accused by many social media influencers of rape. I could have responded about a week ago, just to give you guys clarity. But the truth is, what I really wanted to do is I wanted to see who was loyal to me and who was a traitor.
Last month, I talked about one of the weirdest, most fraudulent Andrew Tate knockoff alpha males out there.
So I called my bank, and when I called them, I asked for $250,000. Now, for me, $250,000 is not much money. As you guys could understand, $250,000 is not much money. When I called the bank and said, hey, I'd like to pick up $250,000 because I need it for my podcast, I want to show a little bit of money. They said to me, well, we're probably gonna need for anything over $20,000 to make an order, which will take about 3.5 to 4 weeks to arrive. Then we're gonna need an armed guard that's gonna meet you, walk you to your car, and make sure that you drive away with the money. So then I said, look, I need just $250,000 and it's not that much money. And the bank pretty much told me, Ben, it might not be a lot of money for you, but it's a lot of money.
Mainly for him making up all these crazy, tall-tale, long-winded stories and changing his backstory about a dozen different times.
In Israel, most of the people that are in the military, they work in counterterrorism. They fight terrorists. But when you are somebody who is born in a different country, you now have multiple passports, it is better to hire you. They came to me and asked me to work with them for the unit that I worked in. It's called a clear unit. Clear means that there's no name, you don't know anything, you don't know anybody. This unit does not exist. That's why it's called a clear unit. You work directly with people that nobody's ever heard of. And all you do is you go on a mission. Whenever there is a problem, if there's a terrorist right now in France, I have to go catch him in France. I was almost killed multiple times, ready to have my head chopped off.
Have you ever anyone?
It's clear he's a pathological liar that was just saying whatever he could to get attention and go viral. Whether it's him hitting his shins with a hammer,
Something called microfractions. Little microfractions that you cause with hitting the bone thickens the bone. I used to sit there and hit my shins with a hammer all fucking day.
throwing his dad through a table.
From that point on, my dad knew he couldn't take on. Now I was 13. He picked up a stick, a wooden stick, and he went to hit me over the head. And I did this, and it broke. And then I took it out of his hand, threw it on the floor, kicked him in the leg, picked him up, and threw him on the coffee table. Coffee table broke in half.
Learning kung fu from Shaolin monks.
The owner fell in love with me. There it was about 3:30 to 4:30. It was the time that I left school. And I would come to him. He would move all of the tables and he would teach me kung fu.
That's
and
so
I was
cool.
10 years old. It was different and I loved it. From there, when I got older, I said, I really want to go and train with the Shaolin monks. Then I went out there. First of all, they don't accept you.
How did you get in?
You have to wait outside of the temple. When they let you in, they teach you things that are unbelievable. You don't understand that they are the strongest people in the world and they don't their whole life. And there's more secrets that I can't share.
But last week, John Bravo dropped a bombshell exposing Ben for being a legitimate predator and an absolute monster.
We'll get some liquor, we have fake IDs, we'll have fun, we'll party. So the girl listens, she goes, she's naive, and I don't think she ever expected to happen what happened.
But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
An assault committed against her by defendants Ben Azoulay, Dylan Azoulay, both of them are brothers, on July 13, 2008, at the home of defendants David and Rachel Azoulay, which are his parents. H was only 15 years old and a virgin.
This whole situation is disturbing. Basically, when he was 18 years old, an adult legally, he, his brother, and his friends lured a 15-year-old girl to a house where they took turns beating and essaying her, which is just sick. But they did get arrested and convicted of essay of a minor. And from a person that actually grew up with them, you can hear the devastation that that crime caused.
From what I remember from her, she was always smiling and always happy. I remember she was like one of the bubbliest people I have to this day ever met in my life. You know, thank you, John Bravo, for, you know, getting that stuff put together and calling this guy out, because he truly deserves to be called out on all his lies, and especially this horrific thing he did to H. I'm not sure of all of them, but I remember Moore, he fled to Israel. I believe they all fled to Israel at one point for some time, and then obviously they all ended up coming back and got arrested when they got back. And, you know, as you guys saw from the court documents, Ben admitted to what he did. It really breaks my heart, because after this happened to H, it changed the girl, and as it would change anybody. I remember one day at school, I just saw her break down in tears. And the sadness on this girl's eyes, and her energy was just so sad. And I mean, of course, who wouldn't be? You know, if that happened to anybody, you know, they would feel that way. I mean, it's horrific.
Which is interesting because he mentioned being in jail before on one of his ever-changing backstories, but he never specifically said what for.
And after that, I got arrested. I got arrested for something that they said that I did, and I didn't do it.
And somewhere between learning Kung Fu from Shaolin monks, being a member of a super secret special ops team that cannot be verified, building a real estate fortune and then losing it all, and then becoming a social media influencer Andrew Tate knockoff. But after getting exposed for the heinous shit that he did, he took the Andrew Tate route and just tried to blame everything on the Matrix.
Now it looks like I pissed off a lot of people, guys. A lot of people. So many because I became so influential so quick. And I'm literally one of the most talked about influencers in the world today, that I got to the point that they're putting out a lot of false information about me. A lot of bullshit. But you see, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna say this. It's gonna come out of my mouth. You ready? It looks like the Matrix is attacking me. That's what it looks like. It looks like they don't want me around because I'm helping men become stronger, better. I'm putting more men on the front line, teaching them to become men, to take care of women, to be there for their friends, to be there for their mother, their father, to retire their parents, to do only good for the world and stop doing bad, stop being weak. It's upsetting them, but it's okay. Don't worry, we're still gonna be here.
The Matrix is after me is an insane response after getting exposed for essaying a 15-year-old girl. There's literally paperwork of him confessing and being convicted of what he was accused of. But honestly, he seems happy that he's just being talked about and that he's viral at the moment, even if it's for something gruesome. He's just a person that reeks of desperation. So I don't know what he thought he was gonna achieve by responding to all of this, by basically saying that people were hating on him and trying to destroy his image because he was helping the youth. A very Liver King-ish response. And again, it gets worse because instead of just addressing what he was accused of head on, he decided to use this opportunity to set up celebrity fights, literally calling out Andrew Tate, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, and Jake Paul. Dude is just completely delusional.
The last 7 days, I've gotten hundreds of death threats. And my team told me about it because, guys, I don't check my messages. Only if you're somebody who loves me, I'll come in, I'll send you a voice message. But I don't check my messages anymore. So, a bunch of death threats. And then on top of that, everybody wants to fight me because of all these false accusations on social media. They're like, oh, my dad could kick your ass. Oh, my friend's a fighter, he could kick your ass. Oh, my teacher said he could kick your ass. I'm like, listen, I'm not fighting anybody unless you're a name. I created this fame. I'm not gonna give you fame just because you want to fight me. It doesn't make any sense for me. So guys, bring me a real name. Bring me Andrew Tate, bring me Conor McGregor, bring me Mayweather, bring me Jake Paul. Or I guess I'm gonna fight Ollie.
But it seems like he's trying to power through the drama after being exposed by just continuously posting content like it's not that serious when it absolutely is.
Someone just asked me, how the f do I keep going? What is it that I have in me that makes me never stop? And I gotta tell you, I feel like God's warrior. I feel like God sent me here so I could do greatness, so I could change the world, so I could do God's work. That's what I feel. Inside of me, I would be ashamed if I got up there and he looks at me and he goes, there was so much more to you, but you gave up. You gave up. You know, guys, I have sometimes some hard-ass days, really tough days, but I don't stop. Sometimes when you're at your darkest places and you feel like the world has closed on you and you've been buried, don't forget, you've actually been planted.
Let's go.
It's not as if this was a small, insignificant crime where nobody got hurt. He destroyed a 15-year-old girl's life in the worst way possible, which is just unforgivable. And as if that wasn't enough, he also got accused of attacking his ex who he has his son with, which resulted in her filing a restraining order and getting full custody of their kid. People like Ben do not deserve a platform, especially after what he did, admitted to, and was convicted of. Clout and semi-fame cannot be that important for him to keep doing what he's doing. All just weirdo behavior, especially after getting exposed how he did. And I really want to talk about this video on Discord with y'all, so click the link in the description and join me. But thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.